Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell, the CEO of Global Innovation Strategies and your success strategist, bringing you week 3 of Spotlight on Success 2025, from vision to victory, executing your strategy with confidence. Welcome back. If you were part of week 1 and week 2, and if not, we welcome you into Spotlight on Success 2025, because over the past 2 weeks, we've laid a strong foundation for growth by mastering the basics and building daily habits that set all of us up for success. If you've been following along, you've already been taking meaningful steps towards clarity, consistency, and efficiency. Why from vision to victory, executing your strategy with confidence in week 3? Because it's time for you to shift from planning to execution, from taking those well-formed strategies you've been working on in the earliest part of the year, putting them into motion with confidence and agility. So why are we focusing on execution so earlier in the year? Because it matters. Businesses can't survive, and certainly not thrive, from just having a vision. The vision is operationalized by the mission, which is operationalized by the humans, which is put into stratospheric success through our strategic plan, our processes, our automation, and our commitment as leaders and entrepreneurs. So having a vision is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. We have to turn that into true success. And it really comes from the ability to turn that vision into reality. And how do we do that? We do that through decisive action and disciplined execution. Many entrepreneurs and leaders struggle, not because that they lack great ideas, but because they do not take consistent action to bring those ideas to life. And so today we're going to be talking about executing with confidence, which requires 3 key components: decisive action, resiliency in motion, and accountability and tracking. So in the area of decisive action, planning is very important. And we've talked about that over the last couple of weeks. But execution is where the transformation actually happens. So are you implementing what you've been learning? That's really where we're at. And if not, we want to help you move around that curve so you're able to take consistent, actionable steps every day, every week, every month, every quarter. And before you know it, at the end of 2025, not only have you met, you've exceeded your original targets, goals, and maybe even your initial vision. So we want to move you from survive to thrive. What's our next element we have to be considerate of? And that's resiliency and motions, because challenges arise. And we want to make sure you have a strategy to push through any resistance or setbacks that occur. And last but not least, accountability and tracking. So how are you measuring progress and adjusting along the way? So today we wrap these 3 components of why execution matters into this 4-pronged approach for you to move forward with in 2025 and beyond. So the first thing is you taking a personal moment of assessment. Let's reflect on a scale of 1 to 10. How confident are you feeling about your ability to execute the strategies you've developed to date? How do you feel about your team's capabilities? And so, think about the number on a scale of 1 to 10, put it in however you track that. And then let's see at the end of this session and going forward, if we can't help you move the needle, 2x, 5x, 10x on that. So now let's dig deeper. We want to boost your confidence, and we want to help you move through whatever's holding you back. And so our key elements for discussion are four-pronged. First, action over perfection. We want to move you out of getting stuck. Solopreneur, entrepreneur, business leader, SME, doesn't matter, right? Sometimes we get stuck in this waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect opportunity. But perfection leads to paralysis. So instead, we want you to focus on not even getting unstuck. Don't focus there. Just focus on taking imperfect action every day, in fact, every hour, every quarter of an hour. We want you to be taking small, consistent steps that drive progress. The first thing, again, is assessing where are you at? Where do you want to be? Have you put in place your mission, vision, values, goals? Have you put in place your strategic framework? If not, it's go time. So we need you to put that consistent baseline in place so we can help you move forward further, faster. So we want you to ask yourself in this area, what is one action I can take today that will help me move closer to our goals, to our outcomes, to the results that we said we want to achieve in 2025 and beyond? The next element is really the power of systems, right? We want to work from a place, every single business takes a cue from technology. And what does technology and automation really provide to us? The key statement that there is no single points of failure. We want to make sure that in your organization, there are no single points of failure, because execution thrives on systems. Motivation fluctuates, but systems keep you on track. And so that's, as far as a system, is anything that you harness from a tracking, from an actions, from an orchestration, from a planning, from an execution, from a metrics, from a scorecarding, from a dashboarding, all of those things, right? So we want to make sure that you're developing repeatable processes for the key areas in your business that you said are most important to helping you attain the revenues, the outcomes, the impact that's most important to you and your teams or your ecosystems in 2025 and beyond. So what do we have to be thinking about? Customer acquisition, operations, content creation, networking and partnerships, and financial management. So what is the systems that you either need to refine or implement or plan and acquire this week, this month, this quarter to make execution easier and more effective? Next, how do we bolster taking action over perfection and the power of systems? We do that by time bounding and putting some urgency into the priorities you all have stated as most important. So we are going to do a 90-day execution challenge. Break your big goals into quarterly sprints. Define 3 objectives for the next 90 days. That's it, 3. Set weekly priorities that help you move towards those objectives. And then we want you to commit to weekly reflection and adjustment. Why? Because you cannot, if we boil the ocean, we will not get there, right? So let's take this next quarter, just January to March of 2025. What are our big goals? 3 key objectives. We want you to find 3 key objectives and the metrics with which you're going to reach them. OKRs, KPRs, other targets, metrics, and measurements that you're already applying within your organization. And then set weekly priorities and resource those so that you are able to move the needle forward on your objectives. So again, break the big goals into quarterly sprints, define 3 key objectives for the next 90 days, set weekly priorities, commit to weekly reflection and adjustment. That means you're going to need the power of systems. You're going to need the action over perfection, because you're going to need to make decisions on an ongoing basis based on data, right? Data, not your only gut. Yes, use your gut. Yes, use your foresight. Yes, use your business intelligence. But I want also you to think about, how can I get the data that we need to make the right decision? So if we need a course correct, we can do that with some level of confidence and assurance. So I want you just today, this weekend, take a few minutes to map out your 3 focus areas for the next 90 days. And as we wrap up and move to a LinkedIn discussion, I would love it if you could share one of your objectives in that discussion that you either had with your team, yourself, your partners, your clients, or your broader ecosystem, because we want you to create accountability and we want to help you keep the momentum going. And we know that when you share and make visible those goals, we can help you do that. So as we wrap up week 3, I want to challenge you, and this is the last, commits to achievement. Do not just be inspired. This is not an inspirational, motivational discussion. It is in part, but we don't want you to stop there. That's what I'm saying. We don't want you to just be inspired. We want you to be committed. We want you to amplify your level of commitment to achieving what you said is most important to you in 2025. Your business, your team, your ecosystem. The world is waiting for you to move in to execution in 2025. So it's not something you wait for. Execution is not something you wait for. It's something you create. Keep taking action, keep refining your systems, and keep staying accountable. So as we set the tone for this next week, I would love for you to have made tangible progress in at least one key area of your business using this recipe for success. Implement one new system to help you execute your strategies. Take inspired action. Understand how you can integrate your systems so more powerfully so that you can harness them to operationalize your 90-day execution plan, and then share your progress. And we want to celebrate your wins going into the tail end of January 2025. I know it's early. I know this may be moving you out of your comfort zone, and good, because that's exactly where we want to be. We've talked about strategic frameworks. We've talked about your mission. We've talked about your vision. We've talked about your goals. We've talked about what you may have experienced in prior years. And now it's time for you to commit to your organization and your team's achievement and execution of the phenomenal vision that you have created. So this is Dr. Rhonda Farrell wrapping up From Vision to Victory, executing your strategy with confidence. We will keep the conversation going in LinkedIn and on our other social media platforms. We want you to share your insights, connect with your fellow solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and your business leaders, because we're in this journey together. We'll see you next week for another powerful session of Spotlight on Success 2025. In the meantime, if you need anything, reach to us at CEO@globalinnovationstratllc.com. This is Dr. Rhonda Farrell signing off for today, and here's to your continued success.